Hey everybody, story time. This is a very important story. It's a very serious story, so I would appreciate if you take some time and take a listen. It's actually a cautionary tale. I'm in the car now on my way to a doctor's appointment, and I'm going to give you the timeline here of what's happening with me. I have been diagnosed with breast cancer, and I am going to be having surgery very soon. But let me tell you how it went down, and this is the cautionary tale. So my birthday's in November. Every November, I get my mammo and I get my pap, and I call that my birthday present to myself. Well, this past November, November 2023, I scheduled my mammo and I scheduled my pap. And then I had a family member pass away. So I had to fly back east. I was flying to Philly. And it was right when I was supposed to have my pap and my mammo. So I rescheduled both of them. Now, I could have very easily just canceled the appointment and said, I'll go next year, which would have been November 2025. But I didn't do that. I just postponed it. So I had my mammo first, and before the results of the mammogram came back, I had my pap. Went to my gynae, had my pap. Now, when you go to the gynae and you get your pap, they automatically do a breast exam. So my doctor did my breast exam, didn't feel anything. A couple of days after that appointment, the results of my mammogram came back, and it showed something funky. So then they said, okay, we want you to have another mammogram and have an ultrasound. So I went and had another mammogram, had an ultrasound, and both of those showed something funky. So then they're like, okay, we want you to have a biopsy. So I went and had the biopsy done, and it came back positive for cancer. And where the cancer is on me, they said it's actually very hard to detect. And the thing is, I had a mammogram in November of 2022, and that came back fine. Here we are in November 2023, and there's a mass. So my gynecologist referred me to a breast surgeon and an oncologist. Now, there's going to be a lot of messages in this post that I'm making. So I called the breast surgeon first. All right, here's what happened. It was on a Monday, January 8th. I got a call from my gynecologist office saying, we want you to come in first thing tomorrow morning. We want to go over your biopsy results. Well, when they said that, I already knew that it wasn't going to be good news, because they never want you to come in to go over your results if it's okay, right? So I knew. So anyway, I go in January 9th. So check out this timeline, y'all. I go in January 9th. They give me the results. They tell me that it is a malignant tumor. So she gives me the number for the breast surgeon and for an oncologist. So I call the breast surgeon first. Now, this is a Tuesday, because as soon as I got home from my gynae, I start making the calls. This is a Tuesday. The breast surgeon, who is in Encino, UCLA in Encino, scheduled me for an appointment that Thursday, so 2 days later. I call the oncologist office. He's a UCLA doctor as well. He's out in Porter Ranch. They wanted to have me seen for my initial appointment February 16th. Okay? So that is 6 weeks from being officially diagnosed to even having an initial appointment with this doctor. Unacceptable. Message number 1, be your own best advocate. Don't just settle. I could have just sat around and said, okay. No, ma'am. No, sir. So I called my gynae back and I said, unacceptable to sit around and wait for an initial appointment with a new diagnosis. Not happening.